Hello students and welcome to another video of IELTS with Coach Brad. I am of course Coach Brad, and today we are going to have our first look at writing task 2. In this video I am going to give a quick introduction about what you can expect in writing task 2, but I'm going to focus mostly on how to do an introduction for an opinion essay. An opinion essay is one of the most common types, but of course you will need to practice each type of essay for writing task 2. So let's begin. So firstly, let's look at what you need to do for writing task 2. You need to write 250 words or more. If you can remember, you only need 150 words for writing task 1. So task 2, you will need to write quite a lot more. You are given 1 hour to complete both tasks 1 and task 2. It is up to you to manage your time, but it is recommended to spend no more than 20 minutes on writing task 1 so that you allow more time for writing task 2. 40 minutes should be enough. I have had many students do very poorly in the writing part of the IELTS test because they did not allow enough time for writing task 2. They spent far too long on part 1, and as you can see, writing task 2 is worth a much higher score, about double, than writing task 1. So do not make that mistake. If you need to, do writing task 2 first, but do not spend 30, 35, 40 minutes on writing task 1 and then only have enough time for 1 or 2 paragraphs in writing task 2. Big mistake. Don't do it. So the structure for writing task 2 will be a little bit different to writing task 1. You will need to have an introduction and a conclusion, as well as 2 or 3 paragraphs for the main body. I will look at the main body and the conclusion in future videos. Today, I just want to concentrate on the introduction. Moving along. So there are 4 or 5 main types of essays which you can expect. The opinion essay, I have an example down the bottom there. It usually asks you your opinion and how much you agree or disagree with a statement. You also have question types which require you to compare advantages and disadvantages of a topic. There are discussion essays and also some which present a problem and you need to give some solutions to that problem. You will need to practice each type at least once, probably more if you want to get a good score, because you will need to structure your answer slightly different for each type. It is very important to remember there is no one right or wrong opinion or answer. You do not get your score based on whether the examiner agrees or disagrees with your opinion. The questions are designed to attract many different opinions. It's how well you can express your opinion that really matters. So as I said, today we are looking at opinion essays. Let's have a look at the example which I have provided. There is a huge difference in the standard of living across different parts of the world. Therefore, wealthy regions have a responsibility to share their resources with those that have fallen behind. To what extent do you agree or disagree? The first thing you need to do is decide to what extent you agree or disagree. That is your opinion. To what extent simply means how much. I have given some options there, and for me, I mostly agree. But like I said, there is no problem if you completely disagree, or on the other hand, you agree with everything that the statement says. Once you have decided your opinion, now you need to decide 2 reasons which support your opinion and 1 which is an alternative view to your opinion. Each one of those will be 1 paragraph in your main body, and you will also need to touch on it a little bit in the introduction. In my case, I have said that I mostly agree because wealthy countries have spare resources which they can share, and it also benefits both countries, the country that is giving and the country that is receiving. On the other hand, I also believe that you should be able to keep most of what you earn. Don't worry if you have different reasons than me, that is completely normal. but you can't have 10 or 11 different points. That is too much. Just choose 2 and focus on those, because you don't want to be in a situation where you are simply listing points. You want to choose a small number and go into detail. So, how do we do the introduction? The key is paraphrasing the question. That means using synonyms or similar words to rewrite the question in your own words. I have chosen, to improve the lives of those that are less fortunate, it is often said that affluent nations should contribute more to developing countries. It's basically saying the same thing as the question. Now I'm going to give my opinion. I mostly support this position. And now my main points. Because while there should be limits to the amount of generosity a country is expected to show, I believe it can benefit both countries, and surplus resources are often available. I have used a lot of very similar words to that which is in the topic. I have given the 2 reasons which I support the topic and 1 alternative view. That's what you should be aiming to do, in between 40 and 60 words. I'm not going to go into great detail about the remainder of the essay. I will do that in future videos. But after the introduction, you will need to write the main body. That will include 1 paragraph each for your main points, and then a conclusion which builds upon your opinion. So now it is your turn to try. Have a look at this question type, and why don't you write your answer in the comments section below the video, and I will have a look at it and give you some feedback. Just remember, you need to say how much you agree or disagree. You need to form 2 points which support your argument and 1 alternative view, and also using your own vocabulary to basically repeat the questions in your words. Let's have a quick look at my example. In this topic, we need to talk about the rising amount of illness due to poor diet around the world, and what government's responsibility is to improve their citizens' health. I have said poor nutrition has resulted in an increasing number of people across the globe who experience diet-related health conditions. That is paraphrasing the topic question. While I mostly support the idea that governments have a responsibility for their citizens' well-being, that is, to care for their citizens' health, due to their ability to educate and create laws, they are my 2 points which support my idea. Their influence is limited by decisions at an individual level. That is the alternative point, which I'm going to make a paragraph later in my main body. I have given some vocabulary there to help you paraphrase the topic, so let's see how you go. That is the end of today's video, and just remember, I will give you some more tips about how to build the main body and look at different essay types apart from the opinion essay in future videos. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.